Okay, pre-workout meal. I have 200 grams chicken breast, 100 grams of banana, 20 grams almond butter, and 150 grams of white rice. It's a pretty small meal. The 150 grams of white rice is not a lot of white rice, but coming out of this show, I think we just worked so hard to get into a position where I had like optimal digestion, optimal gut health, and we just want to make sure that like rebounding out of this, I maintain good nutrient sensitivity, good digestion, and obviously we kind of came out of the Olympia and is right into Thanksgiving. So, you know, within the plan, there's a little bit of damage control, making sure calories aren't too high, and then piling on top of that these, you know, other extracurricular family events. But I don't mind. I actually like being hungry. It's nice to want all of your food, and I think in my opinion, the post-show phase is a good opportunity to give everything a break, including your digestive tract, everything, your body, rest, clean up, and then when it's time to push, because we do need that time after the show to clean up and get healthy, I want to make sure my appetite is in a good place, so when it's time to push, I'm hungry and ready to do so, and Matt feels the same exact way. So right now, food is pretty low. Another caveat is Jasmine is 2 weeks out from nationals, or actually I guess like 10 days now at this point. So we're gonna be going to Texas, and I think he knows we're gonna have some fun over there and eat some food and indulge a little bit for her post-show activities. So I think it's just kind of making sure we don't put on too much unnecessary body weight. But yeah, so pre-workout meal, gonna head to the gym here in a little bit, and then gonna train some chest and triceps. So I'm gonna get this in me, and then we'll see you guys at the gym. All right, here we are at the gym, and it's chest day. Gonna train some chest and triceps. So upon my judge's feedback, I was actually told that my chest needed to be a little bit thicker. That was just one suggestion, so I'm gonna take it to heart. So right now I'm actually training chest twice a week. Now, I have like 2 push days, so today is mostly chest and triceps. I'll do a little bit of shoulders, and then on Saturday I do shoulders and biceps, and I do a little bit of chest. So I think when we're talking about these things, it's always about symmetry, right? I don't think that necessarily my chest is small. I think that my shoulders and arms are a bit overpowering when it comes to that portion, like some of the side shots, side chest, side triceps. So I think that just having a bigger chest can help make those shots look a little more symmetrical. And yeah, so that's what we're here to do. Definitely excited to fire into this off season and make the improvements needed. And you know, judges' feedback was get the chest a little bigger, back a little bit bigger, legs a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna do all those things. So I'm excited, and it's time to train. All right, let's get after it.
go of the ball, Wally. Let go of the ball. Buddy, you gotta drop it. Jesus Christ, Wally. Okay, you win, jeez. Come on, there you go. You got it? Good boy. All right, that is Wally's workout of the day. That is his WOD. Tire jump-ins, ball retrieval, tire jump-outs. He's doing that EMOM every minute on the minute. So I get my workout in, he gets his. All right, back home, and I've got a new Tramontina pan. Let's unbox this bad boy. Look at that, in all its glory. Oh yeah, baby. Nothing like a brand new pan. All right, so perfect timing for the new pan because it's time to cook the post-workout meal. And honestly, I've been using this Tramontina pan, which is great, but this thing is humongous. It's like a 15-inch pan. I didn't realize when I ordered it was gonna be so goddamn big. So now I have a more manageable pan here, one that's not going to take up my entire stove. And honestly, I know you guys have been asking me about the Hexclad. Not worth the hype. I really didn't think they were that great. I got a Hexclad pan. Actually, I got a full kit. And, you know, they lasted about as long as any other pan. The non-stick was not any better than any other pan. Honestly, I think that these Tramontina pans, I prefer, personally. And they're a lot more affordable. I just turn and burn through pans so much. We end up using them so much. I mean, I'm cooking 6 meals a day. So I do fire up this stove almost every day, 6 times a day. So does Jasmine. So we use our pans a lot. And I just want an affordable pan that works well. That way, if I need to throw it in the trash and get a new one every few months, it's not breaking the bank. So for me, this is the way to go. 200 grams of chicken breast, 150 grams of white rice, 100 grams of pineapple, and 50 grams of avocado. Now I'm gonna add some of this sea salt. I don't know if you guys have been seeing me, but I'm using the smoked sea salt. So this company right here makes a smoked sea salt, and it's amazing, super good. But I love a good flaky, crunchy sea salt on my meal. I'm a big salt guy. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna finish this meal, wrap up the night, and just call it a day. But we fly out to Texas here. When do we fly out to Texas, Jess?
Monday.
On Monday. So today is Tuesday, so we fly out on Monday. So here in about a week. And Jasmine's going to be competing at NPC Nationals. So I'm super excited for her. And I'm gonna make sure to bring my camera and do some vlogging while we're there, give you guys some show day content, and then probably just film some content as she's peaking, and just keep the vlogs rolling while we're in Texas. But I'm going to eat this meal, take a shower, chill out, and wrap up my evening. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we will catch you on the next one.